कले तेणु आपनकर सीटी डैमेज हम जॉइंट आउ अनदर थिंग आपन जो कहली माने पेट सफा है झाड़ा जाई नांती आपन जोग कले then you will definitely get some problem. Another thing, those who are having acute arthritis and ligament injury, that will be aggravated by yoga. So if you obey the contraindications and indications of yoga, then there will be no problem. In Armenia, we visited a Russian country, Armenia. There the medical university professor told us that somebody learned yoga from India for 7 days and came here and practiced. And some of the people got ligament injury in shoulder joint and cervical point. So that happened. So there is a disadvantage if you don't obey proper rule or indication or contraindication. Otherwise, there is no.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Hello. Pinky Naik, a student of Calicut University, is asking a question. When the best time to practice yoga? What is the best time to
best time is morning.
Morning.
Best time is early morning and after passing your stool. That is the best time.
Okay. Now Mahashita Mahanti has asked another question. The famous yoga guru Ramdev, who pleaded for Ayurveda and decided not to take a vaccine, finally took it as a precaution. So how far we rely just on yoga and Ayurveda?
You see, देखो रामदेव कर लैंग्वेज वाज वेरी बैड सी गोटे एलोपैथिक साइंस के ब्लेम कले बा जो लैंग्वेज रे से कहले वी डोंट एग्री वी डोंट सपोर्ट बट से जो आपण वैक्सीनेशन कथा कहले से गोटे माने एंगर रे से निजे भी क्षमा मागी जंती आज तक चैनल ले से गोटे पब्लिक ये रे क्षमा मागी रे तांकर से कहबा पई जे तांकर से कहबाटा भूल सेटा को हम केबे सपोर्ट करिवनी वैक्सीनेशन नबा उचित कहीं ना देखो इवन आप वैक्सीनेशन भी प्रोब्लेम देखो इनिशियली कहला हमर जो कोविशील्ड बा कोवैक्सीन दिया 81% इफेक्टिव 70% इफेक्टिव बट ए जो स्ट्रेन आसिला कहीं ना आपण जानछथि भाइरस जो भूताणु से आउची सब बेले आज्ञा से ह्यूमन सेल रो सित निजे बढ़ी पारेनी ओटुटे सेल ऊपर चिपी हेकि रहइबो तापर से ब्लॉक तयारी करबो then there will be growth and multiplication of virus then it will do harm inside the body then what happens to kill that virus or to create then when the body immunity fights against the virus there is the creation of antibody and vaccination creates antibody inside the human body and now it is told it is 50% effective in the current strain and time may come it will not be effective but it is not a bad thing but if 50% people are protected then that is fine vaccination cannot keep 100% persons healthy and cannot protect from corona also it is true but you have to take a vaccination because if it protects 50% of people that is also fine if more antibody is created inside the body then that is fine so nobody should oppose to vaccination he told out of anger out of there are so many issues
okay thanks so much now we have a last question by Pragyan Das Kanungo. Okay, Pragyan madam asks, sir, thank you so much for an informative talk. Now, markets are flooded with herbal products. Okay.
Dr. Pari nije take up your koisa leni. Hello. Se ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆଉ ଜଣେ ପଚାରୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ନାଇଟ୍ ଡ୍ୟୁଟି ଯାର ଥିବ ସେ କେତେବେଳେ ଯୋଗ କରିବ
ଯାର ନାଇଟ୍ ଡ୍ୟୁଟି ଥିବ ସାର୍ ସେ ସକାଳେ ଘରକୁ ଫେରିବ after your passing stool you can do it sir etre kichi problem nahi
hello question is there any question
please hello thank you all for this arrangement on this auspicious day one question sir whether there is any effect of yoga on the skin disease
you see skin disease is not a single disease sir there is eczema, there is psoriasis, there is fungal infection, there is allergic patches, so many things. However, yoga helps to some extent with skin diseases because it purifies the blood. In the long run, it will not get any immediate benefit in the skin disease. But it will help to cure, but you have to take some other medicine. Whether Ayurvedic or allopathic you can take, and simultaneously you should yoga for a permanent or a long-standing relief.
Thank you, sir.
We have to move to the next session. Hello. Have you any question?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I want to ask.
Oh, somebody wants to ask. Please tell your name. And ask
My name is Shivangi Maharana.
Okay, then ask your
Okay,
question.
madam, you can ask.
Am I audible?
Audible.
Yes, you are audible, madam. You can ask.
Okay, sir. Can the coronavirus travel to the lower lungs during deep breathing exercises, such as during yoga?
Madam, you see, actually this type of study has not been conducted anywhere. You know, initially it was told it lodges inside the mouth, throat, and whenever it goes to lungs, it enters through AC reactor and causes so many problems in so many organs. Now, you know, the effect of coronavirus is so confusing, so controversial, so multiple. You see, somebody's liver is affected, somebody's kidney is affected, somebody's brain is affected. Most of the persons are dying due to stroke after corona, due to brain failure, due to heart failure, due to liver problem, due to kidney. So, if it goes to lower lungs by yoga, you must be taking some medicine. Only yoga cannot treat coronavirus. Nobody has advised. If you perform yoga, corona will die. Nobody has claimed like this. So if you perform pranayam, it will go from upper to down. If you don't perform pranayam also, it will go from upper to down layer of lungs, down lobes, down portion of lobes. There is no problem, madam. So you are taking some medicine, it will give more oxygenation. You know, there is permanent damage of lungs after corona. The cells are fibrous. You don't have any flexibility of the lungs. There is difficulty in breathing. So for these causes, pranayam is definitely helpful if you take along with some medicines.
Okay, sir. So, do I need to lose weight before practicing yoga?
Do you want to lose weight?
Lose weight. It is necessary or not?
Definitely. Overweight is the cause of so many diseases like diabetes, like your lipid disorder, your cholesterol will be high, your triglyceride will be high. You will suffer from many other diseases if you have overweight. You know,
Okay, sir. It is necessary to reduce the problem of obesity.
Definitely, because one is collection of diseases are called as metabolic syndrome. If you have obesity, you will be prone to diabetes, you will be prone to high blood pressure, and if all these are not controlled, then it is called as metabolic syndrome. You have to take medicines for lifelong. So better if you perform yoga, definitely you will get a control over your overweight. But simultaneously, you test your thyroid and lipid profile also.
Okay, so my last question is, and does yoga detox our body and remove toxin from our body or not?
Definitely, madam. Because there is called the Nadi Sodhana Pranayam, Anunam Bilam. Definitely, body is detoxified to some extent by yoga, asana, and pranayam. There is detoxification. But if you think my whole body will be detoxified only by yoga, no. Your diet should be appropriate. I already told. Your behavior should be appropriate. Your conduct should be appropriate. Your everything should be controlled. Thereafter, you will get the whole benefit.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much, sir. Now we have to move to second session where our professor, Dr. Ganesh Prasad Das, is with us. Okay. Before the talk of our teacher, Professor Ganesh Prasad Das, it's my pride, privilege, and honor to speak a few words on his academic journey. Professor, sir.
ଆଉ କିଛି କହିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ, ତମେ କିଛି କହିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ କି ମୁଁ କିଛି କହିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ। ଡକ୍ଟର ପାଢୀ କହିସାରିଲା ପରେ ଆଉ ମୋ କଥା କି ଶୁଣିବ କଣ ବି ଦରକାର ପଡିବ ସେ କଥାର। ତଥାପି ଯେହେତୁ ଡାକିଛି କୈଳାସ କିଛି କହିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ଏବଂ ସେ ଯାହା କିଛି କହିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବି से तो केवल खाई सारा पर टिके अविपत्तिकर चूर्ण जो खाती हजम करने तेबे डॉक्टर पाड़ी तो जने हमरो साइंटिस्ट जहाँ कहले से सब साइंटिफिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू रू कहले एवं साइंटिफिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू सेति बेले परिपूर्ण हबो जेते बेले ता सहित टिके फिलोसॉफिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू आड हबो एवं सही भाव रे किछि कहया पे चाहिबी रेस्पेक्टेड प्रिंसिपल ऑफ बालुगां कॉलेज श्रीमती विनोदी मंजरी राउत मैडम पैटर्न ऑफ द सेमिनार dear coordinator Dr. Kailash Chandra Maharana, head Department of Philosophy, celebrated speaker Dr. Madan Mohan Padi, dear faculty members of the Department of Philosophy and sister departments of Balugaon College, and dear students, wish you all a blissful Yoga Day to one and all. We listen to the wise deliberations of Professor Dr. Madan Mohan Padi on the role of yoga and Ayurveda in prevention and treatment of diseases. He has discussed themes drawn from the Yoga Shastra, the Bhagavad Gita. I want to supplement the discourse with certain aspects of yoga drawn from the same source and other sources too. Dr. Padi has already told you that 21st June is the summer solstice, the longest day in the northern hemisphere, shortest in the southern hemisphere. Also, this is important, this date is important because in yogic practice, second full moon after 21st June is the day when Lord Shiva, the first yogi, started propounding knowledge of yoga to mankind. Yoga for wellness is the main theme of yoga for this corona-infected second year 2021. The international community has admitted yoga as a mission of wellness at the maximum it appears. Dr. Padi has told how the West has received the science of yoga. It is thought to be a workplace utility. The mission aims to keep everybody, I do not mean everybody, I mean everybody. This mission aims to keep everybody energized and every mind stress-free. The worker in every field, anywhere, wants his body not to be tired and mind not to be bored. And he or she hopes that yoga would deliver these cherished goods. According to them, in general, yoga is bending body in interesting ways. Asanas. They think of asanas, the physical postures, when they refer to yoga. In common parlance, these words are used interchangeably. But this is downright wrong. However, this perception is so commonplace, mainly because the asanas are widely and therapeutically for physical benefits. They rarely have a taste for the other aspects of yoga. The utility of yoga in business is very motivating and profitable. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Trying to impress the workforce with this adage, the implied suggestion goes down the spine that you do not have a right to the benefits of service conditions, save to serve to the pleasure of the business house. Similarly, Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam gives the overture to bring out products of international standard. If there is any value here, it is material value. Produce items that can compete in the international market. But there is more to it, which is neglected here. Kaushala is not merely excellence. It is excellence plus. The over plus is kushala, that is virtue. Virtue is an ethical value. The product must be to the need of people, not harmful to them in the long run. Many things are produced which are ultimately useless. The disposal of them creates problem. It must be perfect. This notion of excellence is bound up with the notion of the fulfillment of purpose or function. What is this wellness? Is it goodness? No. George Robson puts the difference between wellness and goodness so well. I quote, "It is very common to associate wellness with goodness, but while not necessarily mutually exclusive, it is neither accurate nor practical to assume that the pursuit of physical excellence and nutritional rigor will guarantee moral superiority." There are many wellness products, especially food products are there and other products are there, health products are there, which are said to be wellness products. Health is a force multiplier that generally encourages or inhibits the efficacy of pursuing goals regardless of morality. By fully understanding wellness and goodness as a separate but complementary couple rather than a synonymous pair, we can more effectively pursue both good health and virtue in our daily lives. Unquote. In a sense, the whole life is yoga. Life is synchronous with yoga. Life is a journey. So yoga is a journey. What is this journey about? It is a journey from deha to videha, from sansara to sannyasa, from jnana to pragyana, from mudhatva to drudhatva, from swartha to parartha, from bhoga to tyaga. You will see that the first two, journey from deha to videha, from sansara to sannyasa, they constitute the ontological aspect. The next two, journey from jnana to pragyana, from mudhatva to drudhatva, they concern the epistemological aspect. And the last two, journey from swartha to paramartha and from bhoga to tyaga, they constitute the ethical aspect. So the ontological, the epistemological, and the ethical, they are all rolled into one. Yoga is the apex value, that is value of values, that is trans value in the Bhagavad Gita, which is admittedly a Yoga Shastra. It controls all mundane values that guide and guard the journey of life. Yoga is, as it were, the enamel coating of thought, speech, and action, protecting them from corrosion as they flight from the common to the samam bonam. What is yoga? And how are asanas related to yoga? As I said, yoga is a way of life with the sole purpose of self-realization and attaining moksha or salvation. Asanas are a way to prepare the body of the practitioner to help her in the quest for salvation. The origin of yoga dates back to 5,000 years ago. It was first mentioned in the oldest of sacred texts, the Rig Veda. The word yoga is derived from the Sanskrit word yuj, which means to join or bind. Yujjate anena iti yoga. That is to say, yoga is that which joins. At a physical level, this can be understood as the union of body and mind, bringing complete harmony in the practitioner. Whereas at a spiritual level, it can be viewed as the union of Jivatma, the soul, with Paramatma, the Almighty. There are different schools of thought that differ in the way salvation is attained through yoga. Hatha yoga, Raja yoga, Karma yoga, Mantra yoga, Bhakti yoga, etc. are all various forms of yoga, each with its own worldview and approach to liberation from the cycle of life and death. Needless to say, westernized forms such as goat yoga, cheli, beer yoga, or Zumba yoga do not qualify as yoga at all. Yoga शब्दर किपरि कुरूप अवस्था कीरकवर व्यवहार एटा देखियो पड़िबो तार यूज अछि अब्यूज मध्य अछि जेनिक यूज अछि स्पेसिफिक यूज अछि योगा कहिले गोटे कॉन्टेक्स्ट रे कोन बुझुछु सर क्लारिफाई कर साला पर से विषय आलोचना कर जाय पारे these goat yoga, beer yoga, Zumba yoga, they are more concerned with branding than salvation. She wrote a brand. Swami Vivekananda broadly classified the entire philosophy behind yoga into 4 streams. Karma yoga, realizing self through selfless action without any attachment to the results. Bhakti yoga, realizing self through total surrender and love to Almighty. Jnana yoga, realizing self through intellect, which leads to the knowledge of the self. Raja yoga, realizing self through the path of psychic control. A beginner may get confused with all the different types of yogic texts and may wonder which path to follow. Classification of most of them into 4 distinct streams helps a person to choose the path which can suit her depending on his or her personality. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity by controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. This is the whole and soul of religion. Doctrines or dogmas or rituals or books or temples or forms are only secondary details, says Swami Vivekananda. Here are some more definitions of yoga from classical texts in no particular order, of course. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga is to gain mastery over the mind. Then Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, Mana Prasamanopayah Yoga Ityavidiyate. Yoga is the skillful trick to calm down the mind. Then Kathopanishad, Tang Yogamiti Manyante Stiramindriya Dharanam. Yoga is a state of mastery over indriyas, the senses and mind. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is noteworthy that yoga is described as a state of mind which is not affected by the dualities of life, happiness and sorrow, winning and losing, etc. Bhagavad Gita 2.50 Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. Yoga is a dexterity, excellence in action. Skill is achieved by maintaining the evenness of mind while performing the action. Again, in the Bhagavad Gita 2.48, Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Trittva Dhananjaya Siddha Siddhyo Samabhutva Samattam Yoga Uchyate. perform action of Dhananjaya, abandoning attachment, being steadfast in yoga, and balanced in success and failure. Evenness of mind is called yoga. Then in the same Bhagavad Gita 2.53, Shruti vipatti parna te jada stasyasi nischala samadha vachala buddhihi tada yogam avapsyasi. When your intellect though perplexed by what you have heard, shall stand immovable and steady in the self, then you shall attain self-realization. So there are different definitions in different sources, and in the Bhagavad Gita itself, there are 4 definitions. Then which one to accept? Now Bhagavad Gita mentions these definitions, and as I said, it is a transvaluer of values. Finally, the definition, Yogatva, is, Samatvam Yogam Uchyate, is the definition that it finally accepts. Resolution of dualities is the chief teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. This could be put in one sentence: do not ride on, but get over dualities. Dvandvatito, being dvandvatito. If one gets over the duality, then there is no papa, vice. One has to take pleasure and pain, sukha and dukkha, in one's pride, and so too gain and loss, labha and alabha, and conquest and defeat, jaya and ajaya. Sukhe dukhe same krutva, labha labho jaya jayo, tato juddhaya jujjasya, naivam papam avapsyasi. Second chapter, 38 sloka. With an elevated understanding beyond the dualities, the concept Swadharma is seen clearly. Arjuna's Swadharma is to fight, he being a Kshatriya, by aptitude and ability. Do your duty for the sake of it. Do your duty for the sake of it is the categorical imperative posited by the Bhagavad Gita. A categorical imperative is a judgment of value. Nay, it is not just a judgment of value, it is something more. It is a judgment of trans-value. Transcendental value, the value of all values, is trans-value. A very important distinction is there in the Gita among Jnana, that is ordinary knowledge, Vijnana, scientific knowledge, and Pragyana, philosophic knowledge or wisdom. This distinction is very significant, but scholars on the Gita have not paid adequate attention to it. In the Upanishads, a distinction is drawn between Vidya and Avidya. There is also a distinction between Paravidya and Aparavidya. When we study these two sets of distinctions, we find that Vidya and Paravidya constitute one and the same domain. Avidya and Aparavidya are in a sense constitute one and the same domain. But in another sense, they are somewhat different. The Gita makes a division of attributes into divine and demoniac, Daivi and Asuri. The human being is an interface between the two limits of existence. Daivasura Sampatti Vivaha Jogo Achi Gitare, किंतु से जो संपत्ति मनीष भितर बंटा है ना मनीष से थर्ड डिविजन नुहे मनीष ये दीटा मध्यछेदारे अवस्थित द ह्यूमन बीइंग is an interface between the two limits of existence, divine and the demoniac. If he cultivates the good attributes, he can rise to the divine height. If on the other hand, he cultivates evil attributes, he falls down to the demoniac. The Gita gives a list of 26 divine attributes. Abhayam, fearlessness, Sattva Sansiddhi, purity of mind, Jnana, ज्ञान योगो व्यवस्थित persistence in knowledge and yoga, dano charity, dama discipline of external organs, yajna sacrifice, swadhyaya self study, tapa austerity, arjava rectitude, ahimsa non injury, satya truthfulness, akrodha discipline of anger, tyaga renunciation, shanti discipline of internal organs, apoishuna absence of vilification, daya kindness, alulupatva non-covetousness, mardava gentleness, rihi modesty, achapalya absence of restlessness, teja vigor, kshama forgiveness, dhriti fortitude, shaucha purity, adroha absence of malice, and natimanita absence of egoity. These are a list of 26 divine attributes. Elsewhere, the Gita characterizes a wise man, Amudha, with 6 following attributes. Nirmana, free from pride. Nirmoha, non-discrimination. Jita Sangodosha, conqueror of evil association. Adhyatma Nitya, ever devoted to divinity. Vinibruta Kama, completely free from desire, and Dvandva Vimukta, rising above dualities. It is hard to find which values are primary and which are secondary, be it 2, 6, or 26. It could be said like this, that all the values, that is ideals, have equal value, equal significance. If a man imbibes and puts into practice any one of these, then he would be led to imbibe and practice the rest. I am inclined to give just a hint and not expound it. The values that are projected in the literature of Advaita Vedanta are so spacious as to embrace the values projected in other systems of Indian philosophy. ଯେତେ ଯାହା ଭ୍ୟାଲୁ ସବୁ କୁହାଯାଇଛି ସବୁ ଯାକ ଅଦ୍ୱୈତ ବେଦାନ୍ତିକ ସିଷ୍ଟମ ଭ୍ୟାଲୁଜ ରେ ଅନ୍ତର୍ଗର୍ଭିତ ହେଇଛି. To my mind, this is what yoga as enshrined in the Bhagavad Gita is. The concept of non-exclusivism is the platform on which the Gita's various definitions of yoga, as discussed above, are situated. The world is a totality of possible perfect phenomena, if I may put it thus, Pace Woodin style. The value that the Gita recommends to all the people of the world, not merely to the so-called Hindus, is to rise above dualities and view everything in name and form from nowhere. The predominant dualities that pervade our thought are between labha and alabha, gain and loss, sukha and dukkha, pleasure and pain, jaya and ajaya, conquest and defeat, papa and punya, virtue and vice, jnana and karma, knowledge and action, and karma and bhakti, action and devotion, which the Gita examines and sets aside, or rather arises above. Freedom from duality is the value we need now and every now and then. What can we take to be the ethical teachings of the Gita? To put it very precisely, it is to transcend our self-regarding attitude to other-regarding attitude. From self-regarding attitude, from swartha, to other-regarding attitude, paramartha. Parasparam bhavayantaha sreyaha param avapsyatha. Third chapter, 11th sloka. Sarvabhuta hite rataha. 5th chapter, 25th sloka. The ascent from sensibility to spirituality is the essential part of the ethics of the Gita and symbolizes at once moral freedom, moral fulfillment. Whatever ethical norms are applicable in whatever way to life situations which are not stagnant but ever changing, they are applicable through the ethical gateway of the Gita. When we study the Gita closely and carefully, we find that there is in it ontology of ethics as well as ethics of ontology. We can therefore conclude safely that the Bhagavad Gita is a text par excellence in applied ethics, or rather applied philosophy. Ethics is a condition of the world, as Wilkinson puts it succinctly, and the Gita shows that this is so in the most vivid and graphic way. The ideas that it projects are eternal and are conducive to peace and progress in the changing world. Now, what is the role of the philosopher in dealing with the corona crisis? This is an important question which is asked every now and then. If he has no contribution, then he is an appendix of the society. He is not at all doing any research to explore the nature, character, classification, and reaction to antigens, not developing any drug for cure or prevention of COVID patients. Dr. Paddy is doing that, and his parallels in the allopathic sector, they are doing that. But philosophers are not doing that. That does not mean that the philosopher has nothing to offer to the corona war. The role of the scientists and managers, by managers I mean their broad categories that include all corona warriors and directors of war. The role of the scientists and managers are regarding the exterior of the event. This is their domain of concern. There is in addition to and more important than the exterior, the interior of the event. This is the belief system that shapes and directs mind and understanding. This is the subject matter of philosophy. Their solution is isolation. Though stay at home, stay with yoga, stay at home. Their solution is isolation. Philosophy offers I-solution. Philosophy offers I-solution. It imparts, rather recreates in man Atma-jnana. The West suggests that I is existence and consciousness, whereas India suggests that I is existence, consciousness, and bliss. They talk about Sangarodha. Philosophy shows how there could be social Sangarodha with the individual asangata. Sangata has a technical meaning in the context of the Bhagavad Gita. Philosophy charts out the nature, path, and purpose of human acts. This is done in the most vivid, clear, and exhaustive way in the Yoga Shastra called the Bhagavad Gita. If you ask me to cite one sloka that encapsulates the entire message of the Bhagavad Gita, spread over 18 chapters and 700 slokas, I would say that it is the 5th sloka of the 15th chapter, already quoted above. It encapsulates the entire Sanatana or perennial philosophy of thought and action. Let me quote it again. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosa adhyatma nitya vinivruta kamaha dvandir vimuktaha sukha dukha sangai gachanti amudhaha padam abhyam tat. Padam abhyam tat. One who is free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understands the eternal, who is done with the material lost, and is freed from the duality of happiness and distress, and who knows how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attains to that eternal kingdom. What is nirmana? It is a human value. It is devoid of false prestige. We have the oft-quoted lines of Shikyastaka of Sri Chaitanya, which is self-explanatory. Trunadapi sunichena tanurapi saishnuta amani manadena kirtanyaha sadaharihi. Humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than a tuft of grass. Incidentally, Lord Jagannath puts tops of grass on his head. Tops of grass more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, ready to offer all respects to others, like not me, but you. Nirmohi, what is Nirmohi? After defeating, you will remember, after defeating Jarasandha in the first battle, out of 17 battles, Sri Krishna was lying on his couch, recounting the bygone days. Could sound leak korchi karo? Disturb korchi. After defeating Jarasandha in the first battle, Sri Krishna was lying on his couch, recounting the bygone days. The events were tormenting his mind like waves of the sea. A drop of tear comes down and Uddhava catches it before falling on the ground. During that flashback, one Gopi addresses Sri Krishna as Nirmohi. So much in affinity with the Gopis and so much distanced from them. Distanced from Devaki mother, distanced from Jasoda mother. Not perturbed by any adversity, not elated by success, intent upon doing whatever the moment demands of him. Sri Krishna has emotion, but a rectified emotion, rectified by reason and understanding. Picking out as mine and sticking to that is moho. It is both illusion and delusion. All the objects of sense are like coronavirus. Corona, as I said, is not a living organism, but by coming into, Dr. Padi has explained it already, it is not a living organism, but by coming into contact with a living organism as its host, it begins to function, to evolve and select like a living organism. Biological scientist Eric Mendenhall calls them pseudo-alive. So playing host to objects of science is not enthralling, but entrapping. It is imperative to break the link of Sangha, some when, the sooner the better. Eita hochi Sangha. Indriya द्वारा बंदी हवा, इंद्रिय लालसारे गति करिबा, सेटा होची संग, तार विपरीत हला असंग. सेही संगरोध कथा गीता कहूची, फिलोसफी कहूची. Again, to clarify it in another way, sanga dosa. What is sanga dosa? Sanga or attachment is a dosa, and it is infectious. How does it evolve? When a person contemplates continuously, without break, on sense objects, how to acquire, own something, a degree, a job, a promotion, a recognition, a land, a house, a contract, a position, his mind gets occupied with that day in and day out. Dhyayate vishayan punsaha sangasteshu upajayate. How come it is a dosha, imperfection? Because it takes the infected person to doom in a chain of cause and effect. How? Greed evolves out of attachment. Greed grows sky high, it has no limit. But by its very nature, it gets thwarted, not fulfilled at all, or fulfilled partially. There is no guarantee that you wish and your wish is fulfilled at once and in toto. Anger evolves due to non-fulfillment of greed. Krodha is a type of fire that burns within and gradually corrodes the belief system, the vitalmost system of the person. The impact of anger is the impairment of the judgment system, sammoha. As a result, memory is bewildered, smriti-bhransa. Depletion of memory leads to the destruction of the faculty of intellect and ruination of the person is the end of the chain. Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhransat buddhinasaha, buddhinasat pranasyati. 2.63. What can we take to be the ethical teachings of the Gita then? To put it precisely, it is to transcend ourselves regarding attitude to other regarding attitude, as I said, parasparam bhavayantam nityam. Then sarvabhuta hite rata. Thus, we get a 4-dimensional vision. The dimensions are dharya or dhruti, patience, swadhyaya, self-study, dhyana, reflection, and dharavayikata, continuity or breakless attention to break the tension. This is Abhyas Yoga. To my mind, this is what Yoga as enshrined in the Bhagavad Gita is. The concept of non-exclusivism, as I said, is the platform on which the Gita's various definitions of Yoga are situated. So the Gita does not mince words to say what a man must do and how he must do it. I would like to mention 10 such inspirational adages. Number 1, become a yogi. Yoga is samatva, samatvam yoga uchyate. Karma yogi is better than karmi. Yoga gives a direction to karma. Become samachitta, dvandva moha virahita. Number 2, do karma on the platform of yoga. Number 3, you have command over your karma, not on your outcome. Number 4, the body, the doer, the various senses, the many kinds of efforts, and divine providence. These are the 5 factors of action. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha pruthak vidham, vividascha pruthak chesta, daivam chaivatra panchamam. Number 5, so kamya karma is liable to be foisted. Niskama karma is to put on cards. Niskama karma is like akarma. It is like karma too. But it is unlike both. Akama sakama eva. It is like karma insofar as the agent is not at zero action state, and unlike karma insofar as the result is not the motivating factor. It is unlike akarma in that there is initiative to act, and like akarma in that there is no exception to get something, expectation to get something. Number 6, yoga is perfection in actions. Karma su kushalam. And as I have said, kushala is also kushala. Then number 7, peace lies in perfection. So, santi madhigacchati. 8, yoga is sukham. When the mind, restrained from material activities, becomes still by the practice of yoga, then the yogi is able to behold the soul through the purified mind, and he rejoices in the inner joy. Number 9, there are those who always think of me and engage in exclusive devotion to me. Me means, Sri Krishna says in this term, me means to the Lord, to Ishvara, to the transcendental entity. To them, whose minds are always absorbed in me, I provide what they lack and preserve what they already possess. Yoga Yukta, united, and Bhakta, not disunited, are the same. And number 10, Ishvara does not involve himself in the sinful or virtuous deeds of anyone. Nadatte kasyachit papam na chaiva sukrutam vibhohu ajnanena avrutam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavah. The jivas are deluded because their inner knowledge is covered by ignorance. Then, the title of the presentation was Yogakshavam Vahamyam. In this regard, we have 2 slokas in the Bhagavad Gita which appear to be conflicting with one another. One is at 2.45, Trigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistragunya Havarjuna Nirdando Nitya Sattvasto Nirjogokhyama Atmaman. That means the Vedas deal with the 3 modes of material nature. You must free yourself from these 3 gunas and from the pairs of opposites. Abide in pure sattva, never care to acquire things and to protect what has been acquired. Nirjogokhyama bhava. Don't acquire and don't protect what you have already acquired. This is the import of this sloka at 2.45. Then we have another which is apparently contradictory to this, 9.22, 9 chapter 22nd sloka. Ananya Chintayato Mam Je Janaha Paripasate Tesam Nitya Vijuktanam Yogakhyamam Vahamyam. There are those who always think of me and engage in exclusive devotion to me. To them, those minds are always absorbed in me. I provide what they lack and preserve what they already possess. In one, we find as if acquisition and maintenance of what is already acquired is denied, and then the other suggests as it were that acquisition is allowed, maintenance is allowed, but acquisition and maintenance would be done by the Lord. But it is not like that actually. Those who understand that the Gita's journey is from the ordinary to the extraordinary, from the mundane to the transcendental, would not find that these 2 slokas are contradictory to one another. Both talk about spiritual values. But those who think the journey to be in the opposite direction, as the present world appears to understand it, especially the business world, then the acquisition and maintenance would of primary importance to them. They would be thinking of the material values. Ramanuja, in his commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, defines these 2 words very nicely. What is yogam and what is khyamam? Apraptasya praptihi yogam, he says. Then praptasya rakshanam khyamam. according to Ramanuja. It is not that anything is obtained and secured, and it is also not that nothing is obtained and secured. This is about goods. If you think that this is about goods, then, as I said, then you will be perturbed and you will find these two slokas to be just opposite to one another. I want to say in clarification that it is about the good, not goods. If one hankers after the values like good, virtue, excellence, and perfection, one would get gradually lifted up till one is liberated from all material attachments. He would live like water drops on the lotus leaf, which is life sublime, according to the Yoga Shastra, the Bhagavad Gita. So with these words, I would like to close, but not before repeating the safety call. Stay with yoga. Stay at home. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks so much, sir, for your thought-provoking presentation on yoga in Bhagavad Gita. And you have beautifully presented the philosophical reflection of yoga, as you have already covered the ontological, epistemological, and ethical aspects of yoga. You have said how yoga is the value of values and trans values, which carries all values in the journey of life, which you have also mentioned the trans values of life, the trans values of all values. Okay, I don't want to reflect upon all the things that you have covered. It is a very brilliant presentation, and all the students of philosophy are waiting for you. And I would like to request the participants, if they have any queries and questions, please directly unmute themselves and ask the question to our sir. Hello. If anybody has any question or queries, then you can directly ask to our sir. Okay, Dayanidhi sir is there. Okay, Dayanidhi sir. Okay, have you any question? Okay,
जय जगन्नाथ। प्रथमे गणेश प्रसाद सान को प्रणाम करुछि, डॉक्टर पाड़ी को साधुवाद जनाउछि जे आज योग संबंधे एते बढ़िया कार्यक्रम भितरे उभय शरीर आ मन मु मोर ये लिखि देछि मध्य उभय शरीर आ मन पई दुई जनकर वक्तव्य अत्यंत सारगर्भक थिला। विशेष भाव डॉक्टर पाढ़ींकर वक्तव्य प्रथम रु जेतेबेले मु सुनिली से अति प्रांजल भाव प्रत्येक जिनिसर उत्तर देउथिले जे आम मन रे जो प्रश्न गुड़िक उठुला तार समाधान करुथली। काना जो कोरोना समय ये कोरोना गोटे एभली भाव रे मु भाबुची भगवानकर आम प्रति गोटे चेतावनी कोरोना। तेणु प्रतिदिन तो चली आपण जानी मु जगन्नाथ संस्कृत सहित जड़ित अच्छी। प्रतिदिन मोर गोटे गोटे मीटिंग चलुची। टीवी कार्यक्रम बर्तमान बंद अच्छी, टीवी वाला आसुना मु मना करी आसवाई। तेणु बर्तमान जगन्नाथ संस्कृति भितर आम जड़ित होम मन में गोटे गोटे प्रश्न उठुची जे जो शरीर माध्यम खल धर्म साधन आम कहूचे जे शरीर आग भल रहा अच्छी दरकार, किंतु आमर गणेश प्रसाद सार कथा शुणला परे मानसिक चेतना गीता को अति सुंदर भाव से आलोचना कले। गीता भली एक एते बड़ जिनिस को स्वल्प समय भितर आनिक आम पाखे थोई देथिबारु पुणी आउ थे कृतज्ञता जनाउछि तांक पाखे। मानसिक स्तर रे वर्तमान देखा होछि एटा ई प्रश्नटी मोर डॉक्टर पाढ़ी जे मानसिक स्तर रे जो माने दृढ़ अछंती से माने बंची जाउछंती। एही गोटे धारणा आम मन रे हेछि। शरीर असुस्थता अपेक्षा मानसिक सुस्थता वर्तमान बेसी दरकार पड़ुछि, जहा आमे आलोचना करूछु बा देखुछु। जिनसटी आमे उभे वर्तमान धरंतु मानसिक चिकित्सक हिसाब से गणेश प्रसाद सार आमको किसी कहले आपण शारीरिक चिकित्सक हिसाब से कहले तथापि आपण को प्रश्न आपण कहा को प्राधान्य देवे
सर आपण जहाँ कहले ठीक कथा देख तो मैंने आम तो टाइम सीमित भितर जी डिस्क्राइब करने कथा कहली बोथ योग एंड आयुर्वेद तीनटा को इम्पोर्टान्स दौरान शरीर मन एवं आत्मा आत्मा इज डिटेच्ड ताको तो कहीं धरी पारे जानी पारे से जिते समय देहर रहा से समय जीवन रहा जिते गला मनीष सब हो गला आ मन मन हूँ माइंड जोटा कि एक्जिस्ट कर सोल इज देयर जिते आत्मा रोचे से मन ये कला आमर सब चिकित्सा हूँ साइकोसोमाटिक माने शरीर सहित आम प्रकृति भी कहुई जो बात पित्त कफ शारीरिक प्रकृति से भी कहुई सत्वरजतम मानसिक प्रकृति तेणु शरीर सहित मन भी ठीक रहा दरकार शरीर अधिक पीड़ायुक्त है मन को प्रभावित कर मन अधिक पीड़ायुक्त है शारीरिक रोग सृष्टि हम तेणु ये दीटा को कंबाट करने आपंकर ध्यान हूँ सब उत्कृष्ट मु दीटा मेथड जो कही आइदर कंसंट्रेटेड आप जो देवता को विश्वास करुँच भक्ति करुँच चिंता करके कन्स्टांट रुहतु द्वितीय ब्लांक नो थॉट किसी चिंता न करी शून्य मध्य निरंजन भाई ध्यान करंतु आ गोटे कथा हूँ जे मेंटल काउंसलिंग बहुत जिन दरकार आप कहले से ठीक कहीं जे मेंटली स्ट्रांग रही एलंग विथ प्रॉपर डाइटिंग एंड मेडिकेशन सी निश्चित भल हे आ जो मैंने नर्भस मेंटल नर्भस है तो बहुत रोगर कारण आपंकर बर्तमान देखो ये गुड़ाए डिजीज अच्छी जमी इरिटेबल बाउल सिंड्रोम अन्य गुड़ाए डिजीज अच्छी डॉक्टर मैंने लिखुंट मेंटल मेडिसिन साइकोट्रोपिक मेडिसिन लिखुंट एंटी एंजाइटी एंटी डिप्रेशन कारण कौन ना पेसेंट जो बारंबार विरक्त कर एटा कमिलानी मोर छाती की उठुची मोर कौन हो जानी पाऊनी दिस टाइप ऑफ इट इज ओनली साइकोलॉजिकल से साइकोलॉजिकल जानिया बहुत मेंटल मेडिसिन भी दिया होची जहाँ पेसेंट भी सहज छाड़ी पारना लाइफ लंग खाऊंच तेणु जोग मेडिटेशन क्रिएटिविटी वर्क पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग यही सब जिनस हूँ आपंकर वेलनेस टाक शीघ्र आण इलनेस टाक दूरेब तेणु आयुर्वेद एवं योग उभय शरीर काय मन बाकी आमर अच्छी 10 प्रकार पाप जे काय मन बाक 10 धा त्यजेत एमती गोटे श्लोक अच्छी क्लीयरली कही पाऊनी जे मनीष भी जो पाप करे सी शारीरिक बाचिक मानसिक तेणु से 10 प्रकार पापरू हिंसा स्तेया अनुथा क्रम एमती कर गोटे वर्णना अच्छी दूरे रहा उचित से जिनस दूरे रहा सार जो डीपर फिलोसफिकल अर्थ कहले सेटा कौन कि आम ट्रांसलेटेड करके पब्लिक पाखे पहुंचेगा दरकार कहीं मोर नरेशन भी कही लाइफ इज नॉट ए प्लेन लाइफ इज ऑलवेज अप एंड डाउन दुख आसो सुख आसो आम माइंड टाक स्टेबल रखा दुख रु केमती ओवरकम हवा चेष्टा करवा आज माइंड टाक जो स्ट्रांग रखिए डेफिनेटली इट विल हेल्प नॉट ओनली इन कोरोना सर मोस्ट ऑफ द डिजीजेस आपन साइकोलॉजिकल जो स्ट्रांग इट विल हेल्प यू फॉर ए बेटर रिकवरी एंड अर्लियर रिकवरी देन दोज हु आर मेंटल नर्वस
निश्चित भाव धन्यवाद देवी डॉक्टर पाड़ी को गणेश सार को तो क्वेश्चन पचार धृष्टता मुझे तथापि गोटे जिनस चाहिए जानापी जे धार इति धर्म जार धारण कर शक्ति अच्छी सी है धर्म एवं से धर्म जो विनाश घटे से सब ये सब वित्पत्ति हुए तेणु मुझे गोटे समय कही महाजागतिक प्रभाव ये मनुष्य पुत्र प्रभाव नुहे महाजागतिक प्रभाव ये जो कोरोना आसी तेणु ये जो धर्म गीतारे आपण टिके से विषय जाइथिले किंतु रहीगले स्वधर्म निधनं से परधर्म भयावह जो धर्मटा जहाँ आमको धारण करिछि ये जगत को धारण करिछि समस्त सृष्टि को धारण करिछि ये धर्म पालन वर्तमान जो बेल आसी आह्वान आसी या आम केमिति को भली भावरे लोक मान पाखे पहुँचेबा बा लोक मान मनरे सृष्टि करबा जे आमे धर्म धर्म बोले लोक बुझुचंती कोन हिंदू धर्म मुसलमान धर्म ख्रिस्टियन धर्म अमुक धर्म से धर्म नुहे तेणु स्वधर्म जो कहुई सेटा आमे केमिति लोक मान पाखे पहुँचेबा अति आपन संपर्क तो स्वल्पता थी अति कम समय भितर मत टिके कहले
ना तो कहली स्वधर्म कथा डी स्वधर्म कहले तो आत्मधर्म परधर्म कहले देह धर्म शरीर धर्म तेबे यही धर्म गुड़िक कौन ता तो गीता गोटे लिस्ट देले मत से कथा कहली किंतु से धर्म गुड़िक किभली भाव समस्ते पालन करेंगे सेटा प्रश्न সেটা ସବୁବେଳେ ପଚରାଯାଏ କେମିତି କୋଉଠୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବା କଣ କରିବା। କଥା ହଉଛି ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବା କେବଳ ନିଜଠୁ। ଚାରିଟି ବିଗିନ୍ ଆଟ୍ ହୋମ୍ ଯାହା କୁହାଯାଏ କେବଳ ସେଇଟା ହିଁ ଆମେ ନିଜେ ସେ ପାଳନର ଆମେ ଯାହା ସବୁ କହୁଛୁ ନିଜେ ଯଦି କଥା ଏବଂ କାମ ଅବସ୍ଥିତ ହୁଏ ତାହେଲେ ଅନ୍ତତଃ ଗୋଟିଏ ପାପି ଏ ଜଗତ ଲୋପ ହବ ଏବଂ ମୋ ଚତୁଃପାର୍ଶ୍ୱରେ ଥିବା ଜନମାନେ ସେମାନେ ହୁଏତ ମୋର ଆଲୋକ ଦ୍ଵାରା ସେମାନେ ସ୍ପାର୍କ ଅଫ୍ ହେଇକିରି କିଛି ପରିମାଣରେ ଅନୁପ୍ରାଣିତ ହେଇକିରି ସେମାନେ ମଧ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କ ଜୀବନରେ ଧର୍ମର ପରିପାଳନ ଦେଖେଇବେ ଏବଂ ସେ ଏଇଭଳି ଭାବରେ ମୋଠୁ ମୋ ପରିବାରରୁ ମୋ ସାଇ ଭାଇ, ମୋ ସାଇ ଭାଇରୁ ମୋର ସୋସାଇଟି, ମୋ ସୋସାଇଟିରୁ ମୋର ଦେଶ ଏଇଭଳି ଭାବରେ ହବ। କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଯେ ଗୋଟିଏ ମାତ୍ର ବିନ୍ଦୁ ହେଇକି ରହିବି ତାହା ନୁହେଁ। ବିଭିନ୍ନ ବିନ୍ଦୁ ଯଦି ବିଭିନ୍ନ ସ୍ଥାନରୁ ଏହିପରି ଉଦ୍ଗତ ହେବେ ତାହେଲେ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଭାବରେ ଏ ଢେଉ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ପରିବ୍ୟାପ୍ତ ହେଇକିରି ସାରା ସଂସାରକୁ ଖେଳିବ ଏବଂ ଯୋଉ ଭଳି ଭାବରେ ବିପରୀତ ଢେଉ ଖେଳିକିରି ପାପଗ୍ରସ୍ତ କରେଇଛି ସମାଜକୁ ସେଇଭଳି ଭାବରେ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ତା ଲୋପ ହବ ଏବଂ ପୁଣି ଥରେ ଧର୍ମ ସଂସ୍ଥାପନ ହବ ବୋଲି ଆଶା କରିବା।
ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଭାବରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ବହୁତ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ। ଜୟ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥ। ପୁରୀରୁ
ଜୟ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥ।
ଶ୍ରୀକ୍ଷେତ୍ର ସେ ହିସାବରେ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଭିକ୍ଷା କରୁଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ପରମ ସୁସ୍ଥ ରୁହନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ସମସ୍ତେ। ଏବଂ ମୁଁ କୈଳାସ ବାବୁଙ୍କଠୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଫୋନ ନମ୍ବର ରଖିବି, ମଝିରେ ମଝିରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ଟିକେ ଆଲୋଚନା କରିବି। ଆଉ କୈଳାସ ବାବୁଙ୍କୁ ମୋର ବନ୍ଧୁ କୈଳାସ ମହାରାଣାଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ଜଣାଉଛି ଏଭଳି ଏକ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟକ୍ରମ କରିଛନ୍ତି। ବାଲୁଗାଁ କଲେଜ ସହିତ ତ ମୁଁ ବାଲୁଗାଁରେ ରହିବା ବେଳେ 5 ବର୍ଷ ସଂଶ୍ଳିଷ୍ଟ ଥିଲି। ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ବି ଯେଉଁ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟକ୍ରମରେ ଡାକୁଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ସଂଶ୍ଳିଷ୍ଟ ରହିବାକୁ ବାଧ୍ୟ। ତେଣୁ ମୁଁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଆଉ ଥରେ ସୁସ୍ଥ ରହିବା ପାଇଁ ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କୁ ନିବେଦନ କରି ଜଗନ୍ନାଥଙ୍କର ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ ଭିକ୍ଷା କରି ରହୁଛି। ଜୟ
ଅଶେଷ କୃତଜ୍ଞତା ସାର୍, ଅଶେଷ କୃତଜ୍ଞତା ସାର୍, ଅଶେଷ କୃତଜ୍ଞତା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଉପସ୍ଥିତି ପାଇଁ। Now is there any question? Hello, have you any question? The participant is requested to unmute themselves and ask any question to our sirs.
Sir,
Doctor?
yes. This is Pragya here. Good evening, everyone. I have a question to ask. Actually, nowadays, am I audible?
Yes, audible, madam.
Yes. Actually, nowadays we are talking about philosophical counseling. I just wanted to know, is it a form of mental health intervention? The way we are talking about medical practitioners, we can also talk about philosophical practitioners. Actually, what is the task undertaken by philosophical practitioners?
ଏ କଥା ତ ମୁଁ କହି ନାହିଁ କି ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଫିଲୋସଫିକାଲ କାଉନସିଲିଂ ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ମିସନମର ବୋଲି ମୋର ପୁରାପୁରି ଧାରଣା। ଫିଲୋସଫିକାଲ କାଉନସିଲିଂ କିଛି ନାହିଁ। ଆଉ ଯୋଉଟା ଫିଲୋସଫିକାଲ କାଉନସିଲିଂ ବୋଲି କହିକି ଦିଆଯାଉଛି ସେଟା ଜଣେ ଫିଲୋସଫର ଦେଇପାରିବ ବା ଫିଲୋସଫି କରିଥିବା ଲୋକ ଦେଇପାରିବ ସେମିତି କିଛି ନୁହେଁ। ଯେକୌଣସି ଲୋକ ଏ ପ୍ରକାର କାଉନସିଲିଂ ଦେଇପାରେ। ସେଟା ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଫିଲୋସଫିକାଲ କାଉନସିଲିଂ ନୁହଁ, ସିଏ ହଉଛି ସାଇକୋଲୋଜିକାଲ କାଉନସିଲିଂ। ଫିଲୋସଫିକାଲ କାଉନସିଲିଂ ଯୋଉମାନେ ସବୁ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଦିଲ୍ଲୀ ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟି ଗୋଟେ କଣ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରୁଛି, କେରଳରେ ଗୋଟେ କଣ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଇଛି, those are just misnomers because the West is doing that, imitating the mad West. These people are doing that because they are running short of philosophy students. They are trying to impress the society by doing some counseling which they call philosophical counseling. When one reads a particular philosopher, his text, he gets ample inspiration to think and do in better ways. Nothing. I have one student at Pune. She is a philosophical counselor. I was talking to her some time back. As I learned from her, it is not anything philosophical. Counseling is there, but nothing philosophical. Sometimes also clients are not available for taking counsels. So this is not very serious thing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks so much. Now, is there any question? Hello? Is there any question? The participant is requested to have their questions. No. Okay. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ask any question. Hello. Have you any question? Hello. Who is asking the question? No. Then
wind up the
yes, sir. Okay.
Unmute karantu.
Okay. Today we have witnessed two wonderful lectures by Dr. Madan Mohan Padhi and our teacher Professor Ganesh Sardas. The two lectures are very brilliant, and all have been benefited out of the two lectures. And during the pandemics, these two lectures have enlightened us, has strengthened us to look forward and to have a new way of life, to have a new way of thinking during the pandemic. Now it's time to wind up this session. May I request our faculty member, Sri Prakash Kumar Padhi, Prakash Kumar Sethi, to propose a vote of thanks. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Prakash.
Yes, sir. First of all, I wish you a happy International Day of Yoga. Good evening to all. This webinar is organized by Department of Philosophy, Balunga College, Baluga. ICPR sponsored national webinar. Honorable Principal, Dr. Professor Binati Manjoy Raut Madam, esteemed our teacher, Professor G.P. Das Sir, distinguished speaker, Dr. Madan Mohan Padhi Sir, respected Head of Department, Koray Sir, all the participants, Sir and Madam, and my dear students. It's given me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of this department. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Honorable Guest Professor G.P. Das Sir, who has spared his precious time for us and graced this occasion. Sir address on Yogaksham Bahamyaham is very inspiring and thoughtful provoking. So thank you so much, sir, for your insightful talk, sir. I explain my sincere thanks to Madan Mohan Padhi, sir, of treatment of diseases. So thank you much, sir, for your very valuable presentation. Thank you, sir. Our heartfelt thanks goes to our principal, Madam Binati Manjoy Raut Madam, for giving a permission to organize this webinar. I would like to a special thanks to Dr. Koray Sir, who is a person behind the success of this program. So thank you, sir. It's my honor to offer the gratitude to the participants like Professor Aloka Madam, Pradeep Sir, Binita Madam, Professor Alok Sir, Dr. Anita Madam, Dr. K.M. Narayan Sir, Dr. Lakhinder Subudhi Sir, Dr. Narayan Sir, Dr. Pragya Madam, Dr. Subhash Sir, Dr. Jagannath Sir, Dr. Anand Sir, Dr. Pramod Sir, and all others who are connecting with us. Thank you, sir. Thanks to all the students and teachers are their participants. I would like to special thanks to Dr. Lakshman Patra sir of Video Autonomous College Jaipur for recording and telecasting this webinar. Thank you, sir. Again, a thanks goes to Ranjana Padhi for a nice song. We offer to thanks to Sarita Madam for preparing the digital poster program agenda for wide circulation. We are ready to grateful to them for success of our program. So thank you all.
धन्यवाद प्रकाश, धन्यवाद. प्रकाश आगोटा भूलिगली बुझिल ना.
Yes, sir.
कैलाश
सर 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 सर
आज होची वर्ल्ड म्यूजिक डे मध्य.
ଆଜି ଓହୋ
ମାନେ ଏପଟରେ ଯୋଗ ସେପଟରେ ଲୟ ଦିଟା ଏକ ମିଶିକିରି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ମଣିଷର ମଣିଷତ୍ୱକୁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ କରିବେ, ସେମାନେ ଗାଇଡ କରିବେ. ଯୋଗ ଏବଂ ଲୟ. ଭଲ ସୁନ୍ଦର କରି ବୋଲିଲା ଗୀତରେ ଯେ ଲୟ ଯୋଡ଼ିଲା ଯୋଗ ସାଙ୍ଗ
सर आज
सर गणेश सर नमस्कार नमस्कार
सर 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 प्रणाम सर सर आज कार्यक्रम प्रकृति आपणकर स्पीच आपणकर अभिभाषण एवं सर अभिभाषण आम समस्त को मंत्रमुग्ध करिछि आरंभ रो 80 जन ये थिले पार्टिसिपेंट थिले से माने आपणकर अभिभाषण प्रीत होइछन्ति एवं शेष आड़कू अनेक 10 अध्यापक अध्यापिका एवं हमर छात्र छात्री से कृतज्ञता ज्ञापन कर
धन्यवाद समस्त को डिस्टर्ब इलेक्ट्रिक वाला आसी मीटर लगे बोली कथबार्ता होग चाहिला मो एपटे कथा होची जे एपटे कहला पूर्ण मीटर लगे नुआ मीटर के प्रॉब्लम है गला अदरवाइज ठीक अछि बहुत वेल ऑर्गेनाइज्ड गणेश सर को विशेष धन्यवाद कहना से मते फास्ट कहले पट्टी टॉक दियो तो मैं निश्चित
हमर गर्व गौरव आपण आज
नहीं सर निश्चित आपण जतले जहा एकेडमिक हेल्प और जहा टेक्निकल हेल्प कहबे हमें दबाव और सर नमस्कार महाराणा को धन्यवाद प्रिंसिपल मैडम को नमस्कार समस्त को धन्यवाद।